Well, welcome everyone. It's an absolute honor and pleasure to have the opportunity to share with you here this afternoon. My name is Gingras. I'm with Max International, and I'll be presenting this evening with a wonderful friend of mine who's actually a professional coach, motivator, just an amazing guy I met years ago in Hawaii. And he has got some great, wonderful result with the product, and he's a professional speaker. I'm very, very excited to have the opportunity to present with you here, folks. And this short presentation will give you an overview of Max International and the opportunity that you have to improve your health and your finances. And again, I want to welcome everybody here on Facebook Live. I want to thank you for those of you that are joining us here on Zoom. Folks, listen, Max International is a US-based company established in 2007, and we are currently in 20 countries around the world in constantly expanding, especially today when immune disorder is such a major common issue. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But we're a group of professionals from different backgrounds united by a common mission. And this is what I love about our company. See, our commission-based business model is really merged with an amazing patent product that gives you an opportunity to share within your social network. And what's really interesting is it brings a very powerful opportunity that can really impact your financial life, but also the global impact when it comes to financial health, when it comes to the rest of the world, folks. So we're going to share with you a bit of information in reference to our health and the opportunity that comes with that. So very excited to share that with you here this afternoon.
Thank you, Chris. It's an absolute pleasure to be on the virtual stage with you. Man, it's been a long time since we were actually in person, right? In Hawaii. What was that, 15 years ago, even longer. But the mission of Max International is to empower people to build a legacy of significant change in their lives and the lives of others. And when we start thinking about a mission statement like that, it really helps us to start thinking about, okay, well, what is my own personal mission statement, right? And it's crazy because isn't that what we all want, is to really live a vibrant life, a life of meaning and significance? To me, it's what life is all about.
David, I totally agree with you. In fact, when you think about a legacy of significant change, it all starts with you. And what are the changes that we'd want to see in your life? And that's what we're talking about here today. Maybe you're looking for better finances. Maybe you're owning that dream home that you always wanted to live into, or maybe going to that beautiful vacation. What about taking the entire family with you? Or maybe just spending more time with your family, not be so caught up with, the money game and trying to earn more and not enough time and so forth. Maybe you want to, kind of brush up on your education. Maybe you'd like to start your own business. And that's what we're talking about here today. At the end of the day here, folks, is we would love to share with you a wonderful opportunity that can create significance into your life and the life of people you care about.
Let's start with health. It's such a big thing, all right? You've probably heard the old adage that if you have good health, you have a million wishes, a million dreams. But if you have bad health, man, you only have one dream, one mission, and that is to get back into good health, right? So unfortunately, most of us live in a world today and we're exposed to high levels of pollution and toxins that are just destroying our bodies. We suffer from high stress, poor diets, a lack of sleep, and then these issues are not helping our health. Deaths from non-infectious diseases continue to rise, and according to the World Health Organization, the top 2 causes of death worldwide: heart disease and stroke. Now, coming right up behind that is diabetes, kidney disease, and others just add up to the leading causes of death globally. And these trends are definitely show us that we're suffering from some major health struggles in this world today. And it doesn't seem to be getting better for a lot of people. So taking care of our health is critical. Health is wealth, right? That's really what it boils down to. We've all heard the adage that taking good care of our bodies is the basic foundation for creating significant change in our lives, right? If we really want to change, we've got to start with health, energy, vibrancy, and that leads to the other things that we really want to do, which is greater productivity and effort going into our relationships and the rest of our lives.
Absolutely, David. I just love your passion, and you're absolutely correct. See, folks, your overall health depends on the health of your individual cells. That's what we want to talk to you about today. If your cells are healthy, our bodies are healthy. It's really that simple. Would you agree, David?
Oh, absolutely. And really everything comes down to every cell needs what's called glutathione just to survive, right? And the healthier the cells are, the healthier the body is. And the health of the cell really comes down to what levels of glutathione do we find in the cell itself.
Now, David, glutathione is a bit of a mouthful of a word. What is glutathione?
It's that thing that keeps our cells healthy. So after food and water and oxygen, the fourth thing that every cell needs is glutathione. It is the chief antioxidant in the body that's produced by the body to keep it healthy, right? So we have our immune system, and that immune system gets attacked. Our cells are attacked every single day by the toxins we talked about, stress hormones, all of these things. And glutathione is what helps to remove all of those toxins from the body, which allows the cells to operate at the optimal healthy level.
Absolutely brilliant. And see, when we have optimal level of glutathione, we have so many benefits. And just to name a few, our immune system is stronger. It reduces inflammation in our cells. It helps slows down the aging process. We get better energy, better sleep, reduce the stress, and better mental focus and clarity. There's just one thing I want to focus on here: reduces inflammation. See, if you reduce inflammation, the body does just amazing things because it's in a state where it can heal. And that's what's really important. As you raise your glutathione levels, it reduces the inflammation. If your glutathione level goes down, the inflammation goes up. So it is very, very important that we keep a good supplement of our glutathione production for mental and physical. We get better stamina and recovery, and we'll also perform better. That is either the gym, the classroom, the boardroom, and folks, even the bedroom. As we understand, relationship is very important. It keeps the spice going. So these products are absolutely amazing. We're going to share with you, but glutathione is so important.
Yeah, amen, Chris. There just happens to be some bad news, right? Some bad news. Nobody wants to hear the bad news. Yeah. The bad news is that from the age of 20, our glutathione levels start to drop. They start to go down. And it just naturally is part of the aging process. But we usually lose 10 to 15% per decade. And we're talking, that's crazy, right? Because now we're hitting 40. I just turned 51. If I've turned 52, it's not my fault. All right, who's keeping track, right? But the idea is that glutathione levels are nowhere near where they were when we were significantly younger, right? So it's not surprising that as we start to age, health starts to decrease, energy levels drop, our aches and pains start to come up, we have trouble sleeping, and then so many other complaints that people have around their health as they start to age.
That is such an understatement. If you add the stress, the poor diet, toxins, illness, alcohol, and other issues, and I'm talking abuse alcohol, right? And other issues, the glutathione levels that goes down even faster. So what's happening is, remember what we said, if we have optimal level of glutathione, our cells are healthy. If you don't have enough glutathiones, our cells are not healthy. And if your cells are not healthy, folks, our bodies cannot remain healthy. This is a very big concern, especially in this time and age today.
Chris, it's crazy because, in fact, there are over 74 diseases and health challenges that are associated with low glutathione levels: diabetes, hypertension, stroke, arthritis, kidney disease, and many more. It's just a few of the health challenges that we face that are associated with low glutathione levels.
I totally agree. And by the way, those of you that are on Facebook Live here, or actually here participating on Zoom on a Zoom session, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the chat, and I will address them as we are presenting in real time. We've heard how important glutathione is, so why don't we just get more of it? And that's always been the big challenge. See, if you take the glutathione in a pill format, it's a bit of a felony because you can't take glutathione in a pill format, because through the digestive tract, it will be decomposed and it becomes completely useless. You've just wasted your money. There's another thing that you can do is you can sit in cold water for a long period of time. And, yes, it will have to, but the amount that it requires for the body to really evolve, it takes a whole lot more than that. The other option would be intravenous, right? You can introduce glutathione intravenous into the bloodstream. In fact, if you get it to the emergency, I know in North America, I know in Canada here, if you get a Tylenol overdose, the very first thing they will do is inject glutathione, because it is the fastest way to detox your body from very destructive elements that could actually even kill you. So what's happening here is the glutathione intravenously will actually work, but there's a problem with that. One is it's inconvenient. You got to set an appointment with a doctor. which often could be very inconvenient. Number two is could be quite expensive, especially depending where you live. I mean, this is an expensive procedure. And number three, it also has short-lived. See, the glutathione molecule is designed to live inside the cells. Now, if it's injected and it roams outside, it will do its job, but it has a very short lifespan. Where what we have here is a solution, and that's what we want to bring to you, a very important solution to be able to train the body to produce its own glutathione.
That's absolutely fantastic, Chris, because when it comes to the solution, Max International has the solution. It's called ribosine. Ribo what? Exactly, ribosine, right? Nobody's ever heard of it. What the heck is ribosine? So ribosine is a breakthrough in science that raises glutathione levels within the cell. All right, so it's a combination of D-ribose and L-cysteine. So ribose is the simple sugar that we use to make energy, and then cysteine is an amino acid that we need as one of the key components to make glutathione. So the ribose protects the cysteine, and it gets into the cell intact, where the ribose will now produce energy and the cysteine is available to make glutathione. And I know I probably need to slow that down a little bit, but really all you really need to know is that the ribosine makes it into the cell so that the cell itself can produce that glutathione that we're all looking for.
Absolutely brilliant. And you know, here's the gentleman that actually created this particular product, right? Here's the inventor. Ribosine was created by Dr. Herb T. Nagasawa. He's an amazing man with over 45 years of professorship who spent over 25 years of his life in the scientific research to create ribosine. You know, sometimes we hear about a brand new product, we consume it like there's no, whatever. Folks, there's an enormous amount of work. In fact, 43 peer-reviewed studies and more to come. Ribosine is the most advanced glutathione support available in the world today. Listen to this. It's over 300% more effective than the next best alternative in raising glutathione in the organ cells. Now, here's the kicker. We own the next best alternative. In fact, 15 years ago, when I was first introduced to this company, we were introduced to a product called Max GXL, which is part of our line of products, which Max GXL stands for Maximum Glutathione Accelerator. And that was actually fueled by the NSL cysteine. Short version is NAC. That was what we used to have, and it's still available. But folks, today we have the Bentley, we have the hybrid, the new version, the updated version of what we call ribosine. And that's what David was talking about earlier. Ribosine is truly a scientific breakthrough that solves a real problem in the world today. And because it is only available from Max International, this gives you and I an advantage, folks, that is absolutely remarkable, especially today where we're dealing with immune disorders I mentioned earlier, and the economy is sometimes could come as a challenge. Here's an opportunity that can really, really change your stars.
You know, Chris, I love that. Who wants the Bentley, right? Anybody listen, replay, the live, it doesn't matter. Who wants the Bentley? Just type Bentley in the comments down below, because it's amazing what's available through Max International. So let's look at some of these breakthrough products, right? So you've got the ribosine. It can be found in Max International's breakthrough products, and Max products are halal certified, and it just means that they're approved by all the required authorities in any country where Max is officially open. Now, all of our products are certified by the banned substance control groups, just to make sure that, again, athletes can take it. It's safe for Olympic athletes, for your marathon runners, anybody that really needs to boost that energy, boost that recovery time. These products are ready to go.
Absolutely. So let's start with the very first one, which is our flagship product. The Celgivity is the most advanced formula and contain ribosines and 12 other ingredients to support the raise of glutathione within the cells. Now, here's the thing, folks. It's very simple. You take 2 capsules in the morning with plenty of water. I recommend at least, depending on the metric system you use, 8 to 12 ounces, 500 millimeters and up, if you like a bottle of water. And that's something that's really important, folks, that people don't realize is the moment you drink more water, you'll feel better, because people tend not realize, but they dehydrate as we mature in time. So it's very important to hydrate your body. So as you consume these products, take a lot of water. And folks, really interesting, most healthy people will notice better energy, better mental focus, better sleep, reduce aches and pains, especially if you happen to be doing a lot of physical activities. For someone that with health challenges, sometimes the results, folks, can be life-changing. So listen, if you're healthy and you want to remain healthy, take the Celgivity. I'm telling you, your body will be grateful. If you're aging and want to stay youthful, I know that's what my wife and I are very, very, concerned. Well, I wouldn't say concerned, that we're always proactive on, is we want to stay youthful. So these products are absolutely something that we take every single day without fault. Listen, if you have health challenges and you're in recovering, take the Celgivity. It will help you. Remember what I said is, if you increase glutathione production, it reduces inflammation, so you give your body a better chance to heal. If you're struggling with your health and running out of options, folks, take the Celgivity. You will not regret it. But it's important to understand and to take note that these products are supplements. They are taken alongside your regular medication and do not treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. All they do is improve glutathione within the cells. But remember what I said. It increased glutathione and reduced inflammation. Folks, that's quite significant, as a matter of fact. But what we recommend here is that you commit to take at least 3 months. If you want to try that product, I suggest that you order 1 month to give it a try, but commit for 90 days, 3 months, to make sure that your body has a chance to absorb these nutrients so you can get all the benefits that it brings to you here. This is some of the most powerful supplement I've ever come across in my entire life. And we are seeing so many medical practitioners that are endorsing these products because of what it does for their patients.
That's fantastic. I work out every day. Maybe I take Sundays off once in a while, Chris, but I'll tell you what, this Max ATP, it is the performance drink of performance drinks, right? So we'll call it ribosine fuel. You can take it anytime you need mental or physical performance. It's our fastest acting product and a great product to sample, as most people will feel the benefits within the first 15 to 20 minutes. It comes in a small powder sachet. You mix it with water. Again, there's water again, right? For exercise, you take it 15 to 20 minutes before you work out, and then you notice stronger performance, better recovery. And it's also great to take when you need that mental focus or energy through the day, whether you said maybe you don't want to take that extra cup of coffee or 2 or 3 or 4 or 10 that some of you are taking every day. It's also great to take when you need you really need that focus to really hone in on what you're working on for the afternoon, right? Especially that afternoon time. But it is absolutely fantastic if you're going to need it for a long day. Celgivity is taken daily with Max ATP, and it's taken as needed. So take ATP whenever you need the performance, whether you're in the gym, again, in the boardroom, the classroom, the bedroom, whenever you need it. And some days you won't take it at all. Other days you may take more than one. But the idea is that it's available when you need that extra boost of energy.
I totally agree, David. And by the way, some of you here that are in our Zoom session are from all over the world. Feel free to post in the chat where you're from. I'd love to see everybody here. There's different markets from all over the world. So thank you for joining in, and thank you also for joining on Facebook Live. We have a good audience here, and you know what, David, Tapar, actually, I know you're a proud associate. We are proud associate. Thank you for joining on here, guys. Really appreciate your feedback here, folks. The next product we want to talk about here is the Max Infuse. This is another excellent product. It comes in a small sachet powder like the other one, and you mix it with water. You take it 1 sachet per day, or you can do it on the off days whenever you feel like it. What I love about this, it contains important direct and indirect antioxidants that are missing in our basic food today. We are aware of the GMO and how companies are manipulating our food today. Unfortunately, it does not have the nutrients that it used to have. So supplements, import vitamins and nutrients, supports enhanced glutathione function. These are all very, very important steps. But here's something that I love. Imagine a 6-foot table of power food, like asparagus and broccoli and so forth. So many good food. 6-foot table would be about 20,000 calories. Well, it has all the nutrients of that much food compressed into 10 calories. That's what Dr. Herb T. Nagasawa has created for us. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful supplements.
Oh, that's fantastic, Chris. It's this Meta Switch. I don't know if people are familiar with Meta Switch, but I'll tell you what, when it comes to weight loss, those of you who have a few extra pounds and you're trying to drop, or maybe you have an extra 30, 40 pounds, something that I'd like you to do, go to your grocery store, pick up a sack of flour, 10-pound sack of flour, or a 20-pound sack of rice. And I want you to do your entire shopping trip with that bag on your shoulder. I just want you to carry that extra weight around. just to remind you that it's time to drop some weight, right? That, oh my gosh, that's heavy. Imagine what that extra weight's doing to your joints and so forth. But when we start looking at MetaSwitch, this is an opportunity where you take 2 capsules and 30 minutes before you eat your meal, right, with a large glass of water. And what it does is it starts to activate that metabolism to burn the fat when you need to burn the fat, right? So that you're not burning muscle, but you're actually burning fat so that you can lose the fat, maintain the muscle. And what you'll notice is that your cravings are reduced, you'll have greater energy, you'll feel better. Overall, your health is just going to start, you're just going to be better because you're dropping that weight. You're just going to feel better. And you'll want to commit to using Switch consistently for 90 days to get the best results.
Absolutely love it. And by the way, thanks for answering, guys. We've got people from all over the world, from Canada, from Ghana, from Germany. Hey, Marcel, how are you? From Nigeria, Texas. And we have Cameroon and Toronto, Canada. Folks, this is exciting. Thanks for joining in, everybody. Very, very excited to have you with us. Here's our last product we want to talk about here today. It's our Omega Blends of 357. And, often we hear about the 356, but we don't hear about the 357. This is an excellent product for the skin, the heart, the brain, and the eyes. And the Max 357 is also a healthy breakdown of the fat and cholesterol in your body. What I really, really love about this is the Omega 7. It's not an omega that we hear about very often. It comes from the pollock fish, and it's extracted from some of the purest water on the planet, which is the Norwegian water on the north side of the Atlantic. This is very exciting. And this is one of the things I love about Max International. They are so adamant about the raw ingredients that we use for our products. This is something that is very unique in our industry. See, again, not to put down other network marketing companies, because all of them have space and they deserve to thrive. Our ingredients are so specific and so scientific, and the quality is so high. Max International go through some cases to 5 different iterations of quality control to make sure that the quality of the product that you have in your hands is the highest graded. This is what I'm so proud of with Max International that often is not voiced very often because people just don't know.
Chris, it's absolutely fantastic. The products are just the greatest quality you're going to find, right? They're absolutely fantastic. And we have thousands upon thousands of testimonials about just what the products have done for people. And here's what I know, that if you'll commit for 90 days, you can come away with your own powerful testimony as well. I'm sure of it. Because here's the thing, even through the pandemic and all the issues that have been going on, I actually, Chris, I had people who knew that I was taking this product reach out to me like, I need some of that. I need some of that based on all this crazy stuff going on. I need that product right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, let's do this thing, right? So it's a product that as you take it, you will come away with your own testimonial. And I just can't say enough great things about the products.
I love it. And folks, right now we're going to shift gear a little bit. And we're going to get into the opportunity aspect of things. And keep in mind that we have many markets around the world. So we're using the US dollar because it is a central focus. And we know that every market, keep in mind that we have the currencies, we have the packages in each of the markets. And I know you're aware of all of that. And if not, make sure you get back with the person who invited you here today to get all of the details. See, we know that health and income are 2 of the basic requirements for creating a life of significance and making an impact around the world. And right now, let's take a look at Max International. Since we've looked at the product aspect and the science of things, now let's focus on the income and how this can impact you and your family.
Chris, it's crazy because times are changing, right? If anybody here has been paying more for anything in the grocery store, type in below more, right? How about for gas? You paying more for gas? What else are you paying more for, right? It's crazy. Times are changing in a big, big way. And many people today are working from home, either because they have to, or because they want that extra income, or because they love the flexibility and the freedom of controlling their time and their environment. Well, Max gives us the opportunity to generate more income, working from home, and that income can be as big or as small as you'd like it. Let's understand more about this process and how it works. Chris?
Absolutely. Absolutely, David. Yeah, see, if you take a look at companies listed here, what do they all have in common? Uber, Facebook, Bolt, Airbnb. Alibaba, Expedia, there's many more that could be put on the list here. What do they all have in common? They all make use of the internet and connect people through products and services, folks.
Chris, it's amazing because all of the businesses that we see today, the business models, the fastest growing, the largest companies on the planet, they rely on the internet. And what do? They're connecting people with products. And that all brings incredible opportunity to build global businesses no matter where we are in the world.
Absolutely. So if we, we're living in a plug and play economy today. Successful business now create value by taking products and services and connecting them to people who needs them. We've witnessed that when we hit, the 2020 kind of pandemic stage of changes. I mean, we've seen companies that just went up like rocket ship, just shoot right up in the air, right? And let's take Uber, for example. Uber connects drivers who needs passengers and passengers who needs rides on their platform that they are actually using to to plug both parties. They didn't create both parties, but what they did is they developed a massive, massive business model by connecting them. That's the way of the future, folks. Alibaba created a platform to connect sellers and buyers. Expedia connects travelers and hotels and flights. As a matter of fact, just recently, we're doing a big tour in the Philippines and in Barcelona, Spain, and in Paris, France, and back to Canada. And then very soon we're going to go back to the United. I constantly use, for example, Expedia to get a feel for how much this is going to cost. And then I can start compiling what I want, right? It's brilliant. It is the way of the future, folks. As I said earlier, and Max is perfectly positioned to take advantage of this powerful trend.
Yeah, Chris, it's very simple. Our business is a simple process of connecting people with amazing products. And here's what happens. When you experience a product that changes your life, not only do you want to share it with other people, you have a moral obligation to share it with other people. I'm not sharing this because of some crazy thing. I'm sharing this because I have a moral obligation to do so because the product has transformed my life. The product has changed a 52-year-old man, my ability to recover and to move forward and to press forward. So I've got to share it with other people. And that's what's brilliant about this opportunity. If I share my favorite movie, I don't get paid for that. But if I share my favorite product, oh, heck yeah, I can actually make a great income.
I totally agree. I turned 56 last year. I'm going to be 57. So listen, I want to slow down the biological clock, right?
As much as possible.
Totally. And here's the thing that's become very powerful here. As you connect more and more people to Max and they do the same, this is where the magic happens. Let's focus on this body over here who's in red. And you see these lines, they're all connected to his social network. Okay. And if I focus on this person turns red, it will also have their social network and goes on and on and on and on. And what happens is everybody purchases either a package to get their business off the ground. And at the same time, they're going to start purchasing on a monthly basis from their own personal consumption. When you start compounding this, it's amazing the impact that it does. And what happens over here is every time someone buys that you buy in Ghana cedis or US dollars or Naira or shilling from Kenya or Philippine pesos or whatever currency that you happen to be residing in, it is converted into one currency called commissionable volume. It's called CV. And this CV will be converted into the money of your currency. In this case, we'll be talking about dollars that could be quite substantial.
Chris, it's absolutely fantastic. And as the slide says here, the size of your team and the volume of business that you do is unlimited, right? You can earn commissions up to 40,000 US dollars per month based on your team sales. And you can earn additional commissions based on how the individuals on your team perform. The income potential is absolutely unlimited.
That's an understatement, folks. And here's the thing, how do we earn commission? Let's keep that really, really simple because it is. You purchase products monthly. As I said earlier, monthly consumption. You don't have to buy thousands of dollars of products every month. Some do because they have, a social, kind of environment that wants these products every single month and they sell them to them. But at the end of the day, you need to consume your products every month. And that generates about 100 CV. So it's about $100 on a minimum. It can go up to $150, $100. And I'm talking in US here. And then from there, it's really interesting. And I know the economy it comes as a challenge sometimes, but folks, remember, we're dealing with a business model that compensates you for consuming these products and telling others about it. And as you do that, you get compensated. So what happens over here is you connect other potential customers and partners to do the same thing. And as you get compensated, it pays for your products. And of course, eventually you become profitable, as some of us have made millions of dollars with this company. So again, this income potential is really limited to how far you choose to take it.
Thank you, Chris, because as your team grows, your sales volume increases, and you'll start to move up the ladder of achievement, reaching certain ranks and income levels, along with other recognition provided by the company. So you can see that it's possible to be earning a few $100s a month, a few $1,000s a month, or even up to $40,000 a month as a monthly income. So one of the key factors in your success will be your ability to lead and mentor others in your team to achieve the same successes that you're getting. Now, as people you connect into your team become successful, then you'll also receive a matching check on whatever they earn, up to 50% of their monthly income. Now, for your role in mentoring and coaching them to be successful, right? Now, you can see that there's unlimited potential. Your job is simple. It's connect people to the Max team, and your team connecting people with product and helping them to become successful. Now, for some of you, it's like, yeah, but I could never do a presentation. Can you read? Right? I mean, if you can read, you can do a presentation. It's not that difficult. And quite frankly, I may not look all that fantastic doing it. It doesn't matter. We're getting the information out there so that you have an opportunity to make a decision.
Actually, David, you absolutely rock. And I'm enjoying presenting this with you, my friend. At the end of the day, and David hit it home here, is that we have support, trainings, offices, team supports, online business center. I shared this information with David just barely a week ago. And here he is performing this like he's done presentation every day of his life. Folks, what's happening here is we have something that is unique, and we will help you. We will help you get there. And what's really exciting here is to have people like David, a professional motivator and speaker that's actually seeing the big potential in the future and the vision. Folks, this is available. This call is recorded. You'll be able to use that. You want to build in the United States, you want to build in Canada, you want to build in this side of the world, use this information, pass it on, share it with others. I'm telling you, folks, if you automate your business by using the right tools, it's amazing how far you can go.
So I guess the big question is, I'm sure you're all asking it, well, how do I get started? Let's go. Come on. And if you're ready to get started, just type it in the chat down below. Let's go. Let's get started. Type in, let's go. All right. So when we look at how do we get started, we really recommend that you become a product of the product. Take the product, experience the benefits of the product for yourself, right? And then to simply get started, the packages vary between $150 and $1,000 US. And then, of course, the larger the package, the more product you have to be able to experience and see the benefits of it. But the only difference is that you'll have more product at a slightly better price, and then larger packages, right? But the size of the package is less important than just getting started with the product so that you experience the benefits of the product.
Absolutely brilliant, David. And here's the thing, folks. See, your life today is a result of your decisions in the past. If you're not happy with your current situation, you can change it. I know humans, we're not robots. We can't change it with a click of a finger. But folks, we have an environment to help you. And the folks here is, what you need to understand is your life tomorrow will be the results of the decision you're going to make today. Understand that Tammy and I had to make that decision 10 years ago. It has completely changed our stars. It has completely changed our lifestyle. I never thought I would be able to buy a Tesla. I know that might be materialistic for you guys, for some of you, but at the end of the day, it was a goal. It was a goal to own this amazing machine. And whole and behold, we went ahead and in 2017 and bought a Tesla Model X. Folks, that's $150,000 US car. This is not, see, but this is what I'm trying to tell you. It was a non-issue because of the opportunity that was presented over here. And we want you to grab onto the vision and the possibilities. So the fact here, folks, is tomorrow could be completely different if you make a difference today, if you make a change today. This opportunity is one of those changes. Maybe you need to process this. Maybe you need to try the product. Maybe you need to get more information. By all means, make sure you do so, because at the end of the day, it is your birthright.
Chris, thank you so much for sharing that, especially your part of your story. Um, every one of us deserves to live a life of significance. I was sitting around the dinner table with folks last night and listening to them talk about how they wanted to fire their boss because their boss was just a jerk, right? How many of you want to fire your boss? In fact, type in the chat below, fire my boss, right? Because when all is said and done, somebody else is controlling who we are and what we do until we move forward and take the reins into our own hands and determine our next destination.
I just love it. David, as we come to a close here, I'd love for you to share your last thoughts on as we come to a close here. So pass it back to you.
Chris, here's what everything comes down to. Life is all about choices. All about choices. We're sitting in the middle of a situation where other people are controlling the economic circumstances all over the world. But they don't have to control our economic circumstances. Yeah, inflation may go up. It may get really, really expensive to buy stuff. So what? Right? What are we going to do differently to offset that? Right? I can't do anything about other than vote to change the nonsense that's going on, except for what I can do is change the economic circumstances in my own home. And once I've changed the economic circumstances of my own home, now we can work on the community and push ourselves forward from there. But the ball's in your court. It's your opportunity. If you're in, put it in the chat below. I'm in, and then we'll contact you and we'll go from there. But it's a great opportunity. I love these products. Chris, thank you so much for coming on and helping us out, because this is a great opportunity, and I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to be a part of it.
David, it was an absolute pleasure to share with you here today. And this call, folks, is recorded. We'll make that available in the Crown Diamond Global Impact and other places. It's also available on the Active Team Group page. You can actually share this right now. Don't wait. Do not hesitate. This is a presentation that can actually raise a lot of attention for you to get some attention, especially from the North American market or anywhere around the world, folks. So, David, it was a real pleasure to share with you. Thank you for taking the time, and I look forward to present with you again very, very soon. And thank you, everybody, for attending. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, everybody. And thank you for the wonderful feedback, either on Facebook Live or on Zoom here. Bye, everyone.